EA Sports, within the game. Wow, that's one of those plays that you call, and everything seems to happen exactly as it's scripted in the playbook.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones had to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones had to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns. Set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, it's Jones. And some room to work. Touchdown, Packers.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
The slot man in motion right. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Watson now to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 66 yards. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Browns, nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Watson. He's got a man. Complete. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. This is caught. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Chubb is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb from 3 yards out. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Bouncing back nicely. nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 113 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. They were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Watson. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it's caught. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On first down, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He's looking deep for Bell. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. An inside give to Jones. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown! Robert Tunyon. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the shotgun to give to Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half.